but how hard was that then? Um, because Mystina was
Growing up
talking about her
with a mixed
mixed race.
household.
Yeah, because
Oh yeah,
I
it was
mean in
hard. It was
the
hard.
UK it's not a problem. It hadn't been a problem, but I wonder how it was for you.
I mean, in the '70s, it was definitely hard. It was. I went through a lot to fight. My brothers had to stick up for me, and
Wow.
it was just tough. Well, I had three older brothers and a sister, and one of my brothers was part of a gang, so that kind of helped at the time. And we had a kind of a reputation, so we kind of got respect from certain, roughnecks in the neighborhood growing up.
Yeah.
The UK had its share of problems too. I don't know how old you are. How old are you?
Yeah, I was born in the 70s, 73.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Because when we were in the UK in the '80s,
Yeah, yeah.
the UK had its problems with black and white. Matter
Oh
of
yeah,
fact, we would go out at night. We were on tour, and we would go out at night, and cab drivers would not pick us up. They saw the black guys hanging on the corner waving down cabs, and they would not. The taxi drivers would not pick us up.
Yeah.
yeah.
And we're like,
Yeah.
that was the '80s. That was the '80s.
Yes, I mean, because I was born in Liverpool, and I mean, most people know Liverpool for the Beatles, but Liverpool
Right.
used to be the slave trade capital of Europe.
Oh, oh,
It,
oh.
so that was where they made their money. So when slavery was abolished, I mean, that hit the economy, but there were a lot of Africans and Caribbean immigrants who settled in Liverpool, and lots of
Ah.
people intermarried.
Didn't
So
they? But didn't they come? Didn't they come after the World War II to clean up? Or they imported a lot of people from different countries?
they brought a lot of West Indies in the late 60s, sorry, early in the late 50s, early 60s,
Yeah, it
because
was after the war, though, right?
it was after the war, because they really just the economy, and they just needed able-bodied people. So that was when a lot of the West Indies
Yeah,
came across. So yes, they've
yeah.
had their issues
Yeah.
with race, and for many years. But I guess it's interesting, and I guess one of the challenges when you are mixed race, as we would call them here in the UK, if you're mixed between two cultures, is that it's like where to fit in, especially um, if your mom is white. A lot of people here, they tend to probably associate a lot more with the white culture if their mom is white. But if their dad is white, normally the mom is like, okay, they identify more as black. Um, but you
Wow,
know,
it's different in the United States.
okay,
Well, it's very interesting, I find, because like I have I've known people who are biracial, and it's a way different raising, if depending on whether the mom's white or black.
yeah,
So very
Right.
raising. So like I happen to find, like, if the mom is white, like her biracial kids have more opportunity than if the mom was black and she has a biracial child. Like
mm,
it's like very interesting how society interacts with these kinds of So you can have a kid who's biracial, but it all depends, like, how they look at life, and how they go through life
yeah,
might be different than the next biracial child, depending on who the mom is.
yeah. But I wondered, did the group's multicultural background ever become something that they really used to celebrate Cult Jam? Because knowing the group, knowing you guys now, it's fascinating. I'm like, wow, look at how diverse you guys are culturally, the three of you. But I was wondering if that was ever something that was promoted and celebrated, back in the 80s and the 90s, or was it?
It was a little it started to become more common in the '80s, at that time, even bands like the Thompson Twins, Boy George and Culture Club, bands
Mm,
like that with mixed bands were just becoming more popular because it was part of that whole new wave punk dance scene. You know what I mean? Everyone was being creative, hairstyles, different color hair, different color people, androgynous looking, everyone, in the 80s, everything just started blossoming, people were just experimenting on everything. So groups were mixed like that, culturally, musically, the sounds were being mixed, a band would sound, band would be a pop band, but they sound dance, it's really a pop band, but they're doing dance songs, so it was always a nice mixture during the 80s. And that came into the 90s. I think later on in the 90s, they started separating again, where it was R&B, it was hip hop, it started separating again.
Yeah,
but in the 80s, with Prince and with Michael Jackson, everything was, people were so mixed and diverse, the DeBarge and their family, everybody was,
it was a very colorful time.
Yeah.
It was a very colorful time. Yeah, exactly.
But the way you guys are now, are you using that to promote and celebrate your diversity? Because as I said, I as I said, I wasn't really. It's really fascinating to hear you guys speak of your mixed heritage among the three of you. But do you even make that an issue now, or you don't even try and
No, it's not even.
Didn't give it much thought.
Yeah, it's not giving much thought these days. Yeah. I mean, things are just so different. I mean, at one time, the only time people saw you was when you came out with a music video. That was the only time you ever get seen. So now, everything is so out there. You know what I mean? Because of the internet, everyone and everything is just so out there.
That's right.
Music, nothing is new anymore. And it's hard to be different now because really nothing is new. You're seeing everything at one time.
Yeah.
You're looking at your phone and you're seeing everything and everyone.
Everything and anything.
And a couple of swipes on your phone, you're seeing all styles, all looks, everything, all types of music. So it's really hard to be different these days, actually.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that category.
And somewhere in between
us for even loving us, on which I didn't miss you with.
What was it like growing up?
She's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple pieces.
trying to get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
No, okay.
They don't understand what Jonas' boys are winning all spirits.
Play it.